Imagine cruising. More than just a cruise. Visit imaginecruising.co.uk now to find your dream holiday.
Hi, welcome to A Week in Walford, the EastEnders review show presented by two people who don't think that Nick Cotton has gone to Jesus.
Despite what Dot thinks.
I'm David Brown.
And I'm Johnathon Hughes.
This week's headlines: has Mick killed Stuart?
Slater tensions.
And Ian and Jean get it on. Well, we were left with quite a few uncertainties at the end of this week's episodes, whether Mick had actually killed Stuart for starters, but what we definitely did know is that EastEnders have got the rights to use D-Mob acid.
We call it acid by D-Mob, a hit in the late 80s.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're milking that.
Yeah.
They're milking those rights.
Yeah. But I'm enjoying it all that.
What, the use of D-Mob, we call it acid.
Takes me back to a happy time.
Unlike the Carters, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, we were kind of waiting for this, weren't we, for Mick? We didn't have to wait long. I did fear, once Mick was out of prison, how much circling around each other would Mick and Stuart do, and how much would Mick just be standing Shawshank Redemption finale style in the sunlight, basking in the Walford air of chips.
Grease.
But they went there and he got him in that warehouse.
Do you think he should have risen above it and just kind of gone, yeah, fair play, let's just move on?
Let's move on, I'll be the bigger man.
It'd have made for terrible drama though, wouldn't it?
Anyone would have watched it.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got full on...
the full Danny Dyer.
The full Danny Dyer tonight, yeah, and we don't know whether Mick really does have Stuart's blood on his hands. I mean, he does literally have the blood on his hands, but is Stuart a goner?
Is he got a goner? I don't know. Could go either way.
Yeah.
I have a feeling maybe not.
No.
But I guess we'll have to wait and see. What was good about the fight scene, though? I thought it was pretty, you know...
Pretty good, yeah. Pretty well choreographed and staged.
On location and everything.
Yeah, what a location.
I know.
Judith Chalmers will be booking a holiday there, won't she? Lovely.
Delightful. You too can go to the scene of that crime. So Mick had all that kind of dialogue about, he had a long time in prison.
Yeah, I learnt some things in prison.
You learn a lot in prison. What did he learn, I wonder? Because now in prisons, you can do all sorts.
Yeah.
You can do languages, you can do...
Yoga?
Yoga? Do you think that's what he learned?
Yeah.
And he was going to actually...
I think when Stuart was going like, no, Mick, don't hurt me. He closes out, open them, and Mick would have been like in a downward dog.
All right, sunshine, salute to the sun.
Yeah.
And doing all that, and he's actually become really zen.
Yeah.
And he did yoga classes in prison.
Well, there is scope to find out what happened to Mick in prison more. Yeah. I mean, we had that little week where he made the acquaintance of Fraser.
Oh, I miss Top Dog Fraser.
Yeah, you dirty little nonce.
Michael Carter. Yeah. I playing classical music in my very posh cell because that's the kind of character I am. But I never saw him again.
No, but the EastEnders has got this podcast now where we're exploring...
You go back in time, don't you?
Backstories of people's characters.
The Prison Podcast!
There could be one, couldn't there?
Please.
I'd like to see Fraser back for that, don't you?
Yes, and then we can learn if Mick did Ashtanga yoga in prison. Please answer us, EastEnders. Yeah, the prison cast.
So they kept us hanging with that particular story. And also, over at the Slater house, we're kind of waiting for the bomb to go off, really, aren't we?
Yeah, so I think this week in the Slaters, in that Alfie Haley story, it's the kind of plot equivalent of the veg being prepped for Christmas dinner.
People are peeling their sprouts.
Yeah, the oven's preheating. Yeah.
The turkey's been bought.
Yeah, it's been bought.
Yeah.
It's defrosting.
Yeah.
I just felt, plot-wise, it's all being lined up and there's things kind of sizzling along and you kind of think, we're building to something here. So you kind of feel like, can anything really massive happen before Christmas Day? Because we know it's going to all come out. We know Kat's going to find out. So it's quite a tricky, keeping it on the boil. Do you like this Christmas dinner analogy we're going with? I'm loving it.
We're going to continue it. But there was a slight drama because Hayley did kind of storm off Tuesday, as I'm now going to call it. Once a week she does kind of leave the house with the baby.
And where does she go?
Always. To the Armeds.
To the Armeds. And then people are like, where's Ailey gone? Ailey's gone, she's done a run with the baby.
Call the police.
Call the police, call the hospitals, call the airports. She's round the corner at the Armeds because that's where she always goes. You say storm off Tuesday, just once a week. She got back in camp and was like, where have you been? Where do you think I've been? Been at the Armeds, the only place I go.
I think what she's doing subtly is kind of moving into the Armeds by increments. I don't blame her,
because the Slaters is so packed. Do you reckon she's like slowly...
I think there's a toothbrush has now gone over.
Definitely.
She might have a little corner corner in the bathroom cupboard. That's just her stuff.
I think when you open the fridge at the Armeds, there's like a pint of milk with like H written on it. Leave it, Mass.
Yeah.
Get off my milk. Leave it. He says, leave it all the time. Yes. I think that subtly, they don't even know.
No.
Did they think they would welcome her? They seem also Marion Menashe are like, Hayley, you must go home. Get out. You don't live here.
I think that's why EastEnders have signed these new grandchildren of the Ahmeds, because they're going to move into this house and Hayley won't be able to go there anymore. There'll be no bedroom for her.
Sorry, Hayley.
This is this toothbrush. Throw it out.
Sorry, Hayley, you don't live here. We've just got some new extended members of our clan, so
that's the problem
you
there.
can't come round anymore.
And of course, we're kind of feeling a bit sorry for Jean because she is harbouring this secret and is trying to keep a lid on it.
I know, she could bring it all kind of crashing down, couldn't she, on Christmas Day?
I felt really sorry for her when she said, "Oh, Cat deserves so much better."
We all think Cat deserves so much better than...
Because of sleazeball Alfie.
Sleazy Moon.
Yeah, we're not fans of his. But at least she had the choir to take her mind off it.
In that kind of, she shone in the choir this week, I think. That was very nice for Jean. She got another thing to keep her distracted in the shape of a certain Mr. Lover Man.
Yeah, she's the latest, well, she could be the latest notch on the Beale bedpost.
So
the well-whittled bedpost of Ian
really
Beale.
That is that's a love seat now, isn't it? Yeah, so Ian and Beale and Jean Slater, if anybody predicted this a year ago, then...
I'd have laughed them out of Albert Square.
Absolutely, but it's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think?
Well, she's not exactly his usual type, should we say?
She's not. We love Jean, but she doesn't, like, Ian does go for quite an intimidating, scary blonde, doesn't he? Like
statuesque blondes.
Cindy, Mel, even, Laura was quite an intimidating presence. Jane was, fairly tough. She was made of tough stuff. Jean, very mousy.
She's the antidote to that, isn't she, really?
She is, but maybe, opposites attract. And I'm thinking, do you know what I'm thinking, David?
Go on.
This is hot.
This could be the hot new EastEnders romance.
Forget Sharon and Keanu. In fact, I'm wondering whether, how we heard Sharon's saucy
sex noise
voicemail.
Yeah.
I reckon that's what we're going to have for Gina. We're going to hear it.
Do you reckon?
We might even see it. Hot for 2019.
I'd take that as a Christmas Day cliffhanger, actually.
Yes, and you would probably be haunted until at least New Year's Day.
That's right.
What would the hashtag be, though? That's what the
young
people
like a
do,
relationship.
Yeah.
Ian? Ian?
Ian. You have to have a kind of a...
It doesn't work in any other way, does it? Otherwise, it's just Ian.
Ian.
Yeah.
Ian.
Yeah. Hashtag Ian.
I think it needs some thought.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back on Christmas Day with a special review of the December 25th episode, by which time Ian might have shown Jean his sausage surprise. You never know. We'll be back with another week in Walford.
Escape the drama with Imagine Cruising. Visit imaginecruising.co.uk now to find your dream holiday.